Yeah,
Yo,
to be
yo,
fair,
yo, people, welcome back to another edition of that media source as these. Why is media source like? We're fine. Who gives the monkeys? I'm sure they can hear us. If not, we'll have to do this all again. Yo, 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 people. And welcome back to 3 Men and a Vape Show. We're all great. Flat Cap, how are you, bro?
I'm all right. I've had a busy day. I've been rushing around a bit today, but apart from that, I'm all good. I'm all good.
You've been to a little bit of a job about Opus 5, didn't you?
Yeah, I had a late one. I had a late one today and rushed home, took the kids dinner, and
What type of job was it?
just a little electrical job, but I couldn't get in there until kind of gone 5. So yeah, it's not the kind of time electricians want to be working. 3 o'clock, I'm done.
Is it one of them things, like when you builders and stuff, it's like 3 o'clock pub, son. We're done.
Yeah, get out. Come on, let's
Done.
go. We made our money. No, just one of them things. Sometimes you have to, it was a, it was an.
I've never asked you. Why did you get into being an electrician? What was it? Did you go from your dad, or how did it work?
Kind of, yeah. My dad's an electrician, and my older brother, and yeah, I just kind of followed their lead. Really, I wasn't forced into it or nothing. I kind of did other things first, and then they asked me if I wanted to do it. So yeah, that's kind of how it happened.
When you sit down there, obviously we've got Big G on, ladies and gentlemen. Big G, ladies and gentlemen, he is one of the most funniest blokes I've ever met. He's on the same par as me in giggleness. He's now got a brand new camera as well, the same as me. The Sony. Look how great he looks. I can't wait to get mine all set up. You look sexy as hell, mate.
It's a great camera for.
Now, if you ever watch
anyway.
Big G, which is Wired for Talking to, am I right, Wired?
Wild Talk with Big G.
Yep. If you please go over it. It is actually should be coming up on the Nightbot. Please go and check. Please go and check him out. I'm sure Flat Cap will sort us out as well. If you ever normally his camera angles like up on the top, it's like a bird's eye view, isn't it?
Yeah. If I'm doing building, I'll have like a over the top camera. Just watching what I'm doing.
Now, if you don't actually recognise him, he's actually had a bit of a COVID cut as well because he had a big fat off beard last time we were together.
Yeah. Ran into a lawnmower. Left me with a Fu Manchu.
That's it, Fu Manchu. I was thinking more like goddamn Tanyan. Dog Tanyan.
Dog Tanyan.
Or Inigo Montoya.
And we're also joined by our third, an amazing co-host, the wonderful Vape Mill. How have you been, brother?
Yeah, brilliant. I've had one of them days.
Hell, dude.
It's just been one of them days. Everything's gone wrong.
Were you checking your beard then, or what were happening there?
It was making sure I don't swear thing.
It's been a bad day.
It's not been terrible. It's just I haven't got a written review to write this week, so I whenever I don't have a written review to write, I'm like, right, Vape Mill's going to get some serious work done to its website. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and then things just happen, and people say, "Can you do this for me? And can you do that for me?" And you're like, "Yeah, of course I can." And then at the end of the day, you go, "I've got no done. Everything that I have done's gone wrong. I'm going home to bed." My Aiden goes, "You ready for show?" And you go, "Oh shit, yeah, of course I am. Let's go."
You've got to go. It doesn't matter where you've been and what you've done. You've got to be on 3 Men of the Vape Show. So we've got absolutely loads in chat. Thank you so much again for everybody joining us this week. Big love to everybody. Hi, Lipstick. I think we must be on about CJ there.
CJ, of course, yeah. Sugar Lips, but apparently he hates it, but everyone still calls him Sugar Lips.
You don't like it?
No.
Oh.
No. He's probably a bit nervous at the minute, actually, CJ.
Why?
He's got something coming up.
Has he?
Yeah.
Which end?
Either end. He's not fussed.
Have you been there?
Well, we've all been in them Zoom rooms, haven't we?
Yeah. It's talked about, mate. Obviously being on them Zoom rooms, we're all in them. Apparently, though, it's just to watch CJ dance.
Yeah.
Oh, can you imagine him being a pole dancer?
Not really.
Come on, CJ, grind it, son. Grind it. Who would be his pimp?
It's got to be Vic, innit?
Yeah, we can't have Vic. Vic's Pud's pimp.
Oh yeah, sorry. Maybe Benny Vapes then.
JP?
JP, yeah.
JP is CG's pimp. That'd be one thing to watch, though, wouldn't it? Dance for me, bro. Dance for me. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have got our special guest on. Bro, thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you, man.
The last time we were together was when we did the Misfits charity stream.
Yep, that was a hoot. I nearly swore there. Nobody told me this was a no swearing show.
No, you swear what you want, innit, mate?
That's all right. It's part of my language. I'm a Scotsman.
We used to. We do plenty of shows with Scotchmen. You got to think about Pud.
Oh yeah.
He's usually more drunker than me.
Well,
Maybe
You
not,
hold it
no,
together.
mate, no.
You hold it together pretty well, Aidan. Pud does not hold it together. You somehow can get by. Pud can't.
No. No, it's got a Thai massage parlour as a background.
Were you on the Misfit show for quite a lot of it, the charity show? I was on with you for a short while.
I was on for many hours.
Well, I think we
I
started.
just stuck it. I was just hanging around waiting for the strumming challenge. That's what I was waiting for.
Yeah,
I think I got a little bit
that and the
later
Century
on
Egg.
it, and we were all on it. It were absolutely fantastic. That show.
It was a great show,
And they were all
and
sick.
they done so much better than they were expecting as well. So
didn't they set like £200 or something? Really, like...
£250. That was the only target they set, and they ended up at the end up was about 5,000.
Yeah, it was a serious amount, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell of a lot. It's good to see though. Deserved.
I think it took their stomach about a week to recover, though, didn't it?
Oh yeah.
Then they did another show a couple of days later, didn't they? Because they still had more auctions to do, and they were doing like challenges then as well. So you guys are crazy.
Yeah, that's right.
The amount they raised were absolutely fantastic.
Oh, it was. It really was. You know, but I mean, they set. I did say to them, you know, I think you've set the target a bit low. You know, your expectations a bit low. Because I knew it was going to be at least 1,000. You know, just you know, the community and mental health is a big issue. You know, and it affects a lot of people behind the scenes.
It's like Bill Richards. He's really close into him with them, which we all are. We've been mates for a long time, but they work so hard to get it done, and you could just see at the beginning as well. If you looked at Sean when they first started that show, and I watched him, and Sean was like, his tics were going, and he was so nervous. He was near enough crying before the show actually started.
Oh God.
They're absolutely
he's a big teddy bear, that guy.
Have you met him?
No. I've spoken to him quite a few times. You know, just outside of the show and that, but enough to know the type of guys they are. You know, they are lovely guys.
They both walked up. They've been to True Vapor. Chris, he does like a Chinese, and they all been to there with Nick from Daily Vape TV and also Live Vape and Chill. Obviously, I did the subs with them. So they turned up afterwards, and I was sat there, obviously sober as a judge, and they came up and we just had such a damn giggle. They are just funny people.
Oh yeah.
You're absolutely fantastic. Did you?
Yeah, I was hoping to go over.
I think I met him at Expo. But I don't think we really knew much about each other, who we really were. I think we'd obviously seen each other in, you know, videos and live shows and stuff, but we didn't really know. So yeah, but I'm looking forward to seeing him again. Actually,
yeah.
Now I know him a bit more. Whenever that will be, because I don't know about Expo this year.
Yeah, I was hoping to go over this year as well.
Big G, were you there last year?
Doesn't look likely. No. Never been to any expos.
Oh, you got to go.
So I was hoping to get to this one this year, but that seems to have fallen through.
Did you say anything about, obviously, the Scottish one we're on as well?
Yeah. I was going to kill two birds with one stone and go over and, you know, to do the tour of Scotland, see all my mates, and hit the vape expo as well over there. But yeah, I don't know what's happening. I know it was supposed to be this month, wasn't it?
Gail and Vic spoke to him, and obviously Paul from Vape Don't Smoke. And I was going up to Paul's, and we were going to go down there. You been to Big Sully's?
No.
Sully's again, Glasgow. That Glasgow meet is absolutely brilliant. I went to that. We got absolutely trolleyed. It were brilliant. It were great.
Yeah.
It were like massively sunny. There were a big march down the road as well. It were brilliant, really good. Have you been to Sully's shop?
No, the last time I was in Scotland was about, it was about 5 years ago, 6 years actually now.
Well, so you don't live in Scotland?
No, I moved over to the Northern Ireland 10 years ago.
Are you still getting that good signal?
Touché, sir. Yeah, just sending you smoke signal broadband right now. The missus is in the next room with the carpet.
Stop there, keep peddling, keep peddling. What broadband
Eating a
have you
bunch of
got?
hamsters.
Clark's.
But yeah, over here for 10 years now.
10 years. I didn't even know that. That's great. Obviously, I was sat down here as the host, and I didn't even know. Flat Cap, did you know that?
No.
Vape Mill?
What made you move? Was there any particular reason, or?
It's fucking cold.
Well, all my family, they moved over here. My sister moved over first. She married a fella from over here that was stationed in the Navy over in Scotland, and then they moved back over here when they married. And then my mum, she followed the year after, and I'd just been visiting over here, and I just loved it. It's just such a different way of life over here compared to Glasgow. Just so laid back. Everyone's really chill. They all say hello to each other instead of, hand on the dagger before saying hello.
My brother lives just outside of Dublin, and he always used to be really fast paced. Like everything was 100 miles an hour. And when he moved over there, he'd like go to a shop on a Sunday and it was all shut, or bank holiday, and he was like, "What? Oh yeah." And he's like, that's how it used to be in England, but obviously now it's not. Everything's 24 hours, and it does seem to be a lot more relaxed way of life, definitely.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Ollie, do you think that were a bad thing? Obviously when we were kids, which were good when like on a Sunday, the pub shut at 2 o'clock and you had to go home to your wife. And you'd have your dinner and you'd watch that shitty film and then you'd fall asleep and then you were back out at 7 o'clock. Do you think that changed culture? Harley?
I did think you said Harley, but then I thought you didn't. Well, I don't know. I'm only 24, remember, you cheeky get.
Fucking that.
That's a bit like saying, do you think the smoking ban changed pubs much? Well, I don't know. I didn't smoke or drink when that came in. Come on, 24. Look at this. I think every impacts the community. Is that a good enough answer?
Have you been drinking today? I'm confused.
Dude, I've had 18 pints, son, and I can even get my words out a little bit better than that.
No, I think it does. But see, I live in a small village now compared to where I used to live. I used to live in Tinsley, next to Meadowall in Sheffield. And I took our lass down one of the main streets in Sheffield last year, and she was amazed that everything was still open. So it's still a little bit like that out here, that everything shuts and everyone goes home.
Yeah.
But like I said, I think things like that still have a massive impact on society, be it banning smoking in pubs or be it making premises shut earlier. I think it all has an impact on many different levels. Not to give politicians answer.
I'm going to give you my side of it. I think, and you wouldn't think this as somebody who drinks, but I really think it was great when people shut early. It made people go home. Now you've even got like older people going to pubs and going out at say 11 o'clock and drinking all the way through till 8, being absolutely bladdered. It doesn't. I think it should have been like especially the Sundays. Sundays are absolutely fantastic. You shut at 2 o'clock. You used to have roast potatoes on side at bar, so you could have a bit before you went home. Shut at 2 o'clock or 2:30. Back home by about 3:30. Eat your dinner, stay around family, and back out by 7.
It's like a Boxing Day. Boxing Day growing up, no shops were open Boxing Day. But nowadays, it's all open. Everyone's out there. It's just, yeah, it's crazy.
Big G, I don't know about you. On a Sunday, the shop used to open up. If you had a corner shop, they could open up. I think it was probably about 10 till 2. So if you had to grab something, and they used to have videos, so you could go and get a couple of videos on a Sunday. You get a top flight one. Me and Mark, we'd go down to the video shop. We get a top flight one for £2.50. You got one free. B movie, bang.
There was some
Try and
really
get a bit
bad ones
70s
back
porn
then.
in there.
Some really bad ones back then as well.
Mate, I love the 80s.
Oh, I love the 80s as well, but they're best left as a memory instead of actually like seeing, you know, photographs of back then and whatnot.
I don't know. Tell us in chat, what do you think about it? Do we love the 80s? I'm quite sure a lot of my demographic and our show's demographic are roughly around about the 80s people. If you're not 70s, I am actually born in 70s, but I love that. The 80s had such a lovely feel to it. The movies did. You know, like when you had like at the beginning, Viacom or whatever it was, or whatever touch screen.
Yep. TriStar.
And they didn't have all this like CGI shit either.
No.
You sat down there watching a cartoon run around thinking it's great. No, we actually had Lundberg, whatever his name was, you know, the proper Hulk.
Oh, Lee Ferrigno.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lou Ferrigno. Lee. Where did I get Lee from?
That was his
Lou
name in
Ferrigno.
Spain. He sat down there, honestly, he's had so many steroids in his life. You know what I mean? He's like, boof.
Bunny says only good thing about the 80s was the music.
Music was better.
Oh.
Mark H, 80s best decade by far.
So you tell me, Big G, the music were good, obviously, before that, but I like the music in the 80s.
Well, it was proper musicians for a start. You know, instead of just being some sad old guy sitting in his bedroom making what passes for music these days.
MC Scooter.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean that, Mo, bro.
I mean, like, I play music as well, and so the 80s was good for that. You know, it was proper musicians, quality musicians as well. I mean, you had Level 42, one of the best bass players on the face of this planet, Mark King. You know,
the 80s had come out. So obviously, with my brother Solo, he was like a Beatles man. With Frankie Goes to Hollywood as well. He was massive into.
Yeah.
But then he loved his rock, and my sister also was into different. She liked a soul, and I sort of had. And then my mum and dad were into like Lonnie Donegan, into country and western. So I sort of had this bluesy stuff, country and western, everything just like hitting me all at the same time, and that's why I've got such a wide spectrum of music.
Same here. I mean, I grew up on all sorts. I mean, my dad, he was an ABBA fan. You know, so I grew up having to listen to ABBA, Neil Diamond, you know, and all that kind of stuff. And then there was my mum on the other side of the spectrum who was like listening to like Metallica and Iron Maiden, the Stranglers, Led Zeppelin. So I get brought up in a whole slew of music, you know. Oh, she's class. She's still, I mean, she's in her 60s now and she still listens to it all. You know, she still loves her metal.
How old are you? I actually don't know.
Me, I'm 44.
44. I'm 41 this Saturday.
Oh, God, I'm the oldest one in the room.
You are?
Christ. I'm the oldest one in the room.
To be honest with you, that's why we wanted to keep the old Salford. It made me...
Yeah, it made us all feel really young.
What we did now is we've now got the big Harley, so Harley's now made us all down that we are actually hip now.
Yeah, didn't our average age drop by at least 10 years or something?
25, I think.
Yeah.
Mike next. Why? ABBA's, I like a bit of ABBA.
I don't know. Most musicians were on drugs in the 80s, weren't they? Let's be fair.
Oh, yeah.
Mate, majority of musicians were on the drugs since the fucking 40s, mate. Don't we?
Yeah.
The only difference between the 40s and the 80s, in the 40s, you could actually get it over the counter.
Yeah.
Do you think Buddy Holly went down in a plane? He didn't give a shit. He were flying anyway. So Big G, mate, I tell you what, it's so great to get you on the show. Builder, some of them sexy coils you do, mate.
No, thanks very much, man.
I watched one of yours the other day actually, and it went a bit wrong, didn't it?
It did. It went totally tits up.
Well, what I liked about it though was you weren't like, you didn't act embarrassed. You just like, oh, it's one of them things. It happens, you know. And everyone in chat was like, yeah, and it was like a real nice kind of. It was good. It sounds.
It's human, you know. Yeah. I learned that from Nick Devine, from watching him, because Nick Devine is regarded as like one of the best builders. You know, one of the OG builders, and you don't get it. I mean, with all the builds that you see up on like Instagram and whatnot, you're getting to see perfection, you know, but you don't get to see what went into that for the 2 weeks previous, you know, all the failures, 200 meters of wire sitting in a bin, you know, from all the failed attempts, you know. But when you watch Nick Devine, he does mess up quite a lot of the time. Even Sherlock Holmes, Kenny, who's recently started building again as well, he constantly f's it up, you know. And it's good to see, you know. It's good to see that these guys that have been like on top of the building game for so many years they still have their bad days, you know.
Would you say that's your thing in building? Because there's so many like little mini categories to this vape world, isn't there? So has that always been the line you've gone down? Is that how you started?
It's where it became a proper hobby. Vaping became an actual hobby for me was when I started building.
I've only just noticed behind you all the spools of wire.
yeah, that's my collection right there. Crikey. I don't even use half of it. That's the thing. It's just there.
What's your favorite? What's your like normal build then? What do you normally kind of put together?
It used to be a 6-ply of stainless steel ribbon, Freelian with 29 gauge frames and a 36 gauge fuse. That used to be my go-to build for flavour, but I recently discovered like 3 cores of 29 gauge, 36 gauge fuse. Gives you just as good a flavour. If it's so long as it's stainless, you know, you get a more clean taste off it. Doesn't last as long usually, but.
Do you ever build for art, or do you just simply build for vaping? Because there's a lot.
I have done.
If you flick through Instagram, I'm sure you know what I mean. There's a lot of people that build just for the looks of it.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I've done the odd show build where it's impossible to vape it. You know, there's just no chance of getting it vapable. But most of the stuff that I build is kind of practical. You know, you can vape it. But some of the braids that I've done in the past, they've been unvapable. You know, because they're just too big and it would take too long for the heat to get through it. You know.
Is it British size only? But he builds
for
them
British size only,
yeah.
He builds the big, massive things like that. Yeah.
Nick, we were obviously on the Sabs and we were watching that. They feel like they come out of a big, massive peg. Have you ever tried all like that?
I don't think I would ever build anything that size. I've never built anything like too big. Normally, all the builds that I build you can still get the top cap on. There's only one build.
That's the big thing, isn't it?
Yeah. There's only one build that I did where the top cap wouldn't go on, and it ended up looking like a basket because I had this like big bridge extension going over the top of 2 coils, and it just looked like a basket handle, so I called it the basket.
Is there still good innovation in core building, or would you say it's kind of stuck?
There are a lot of builders, I would say, are kind of. I don't want to piss at any builders off, but a lot of builders are building the same stuff, just putting their own twist on it. You know, that's where you find the differences between builders is they put their own variation on a theme. You know, but there's a couple of builders that do still innovate. Like there's builds by Talion from Germany. There's Dragon's Breath he's originally from Croatia, I think it is, but he's in Malta now. He's another one that really thinks outside of the box and builds all these crazy fuses. And then you've got one who's on the Resistance crew with myself. She's got a really long, or had a really long tag on IG. It used to be who's vaping now, knee slap, da ha 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 ha. That was her IG handle. Now she's thankfully changed it to Wire Debauchery. But she's another one that I think there's nobody else that builds like her. She's taken like normal braid builds, but she's like doing weaves with them, and she's putting frames on them, and I've never seen anybody else build like her.
I mean, just
so
time.
you do get like flashes in the pan, like those three that I mentioned,
So we're all sat down here. I'm terrible at building. I want to be totally honest with you. Unless they want for proper coils, which are absolutely corking coils. So you can, in the actual chat world over there, corking bloke as well, John. But you know, if you got your, I don't know if I've got it here. I've got like a screwdriver that I use, and I get my wire, and I just go round.
Yeah.
If you actually were talking to somebody saying, look, try it, just try it, what sort of screwdriver, what sort of wire would you start off with? That's the major thing, the wire.
Well, I would say, like, if you're going to just do like normal round wire builds, usually between 25 to 24 even. 24 is a good round wire build on its own. Stainless or nichrome, that's where the flavour's at. A lot of people can't use nichrome because of the nickel allergies. Canthal's all right, but you're not going to get great flavour off it. But usually stainless or nichrome.
What's your thoughts on mesh then?
Don't like it.
Is that
too
like
cool.
an unwritten rule?
It's too cool for me. I mean, I have had good flavour I have the profile, the original one, and I did get good flavour off it. I watched Fogging Out with the Batman's wicking tutorial, the way he does it, and it made sense the way he does his wicking for it. But it's just too cool. I like a really warm to hot vape.
The one from Steam Crave. I thought you can really push that. 220 watts I did that at.
Yeah.
Absolutely stupid. 220 watts.
So what are you normally
I saw Vic using that today.
What are you normally vaping at then, generally?
Me, topside, I'm usually in voltage mode on about 380 to 420 volts. 4.2, sorry.
Yeah.
Usually, if it's in wattage mode, around about 105 to 125.
And you build
just usually aliens, just normal aliens, 3-core aliens.
Well, that's the thing with building. I find fascinating is even you see these guys just building just what they would call a simple alien wire, but it's still the time just that takes, And I know people can say a set of coils can be expensive, but actually if you put the time that it takes for them to build that wire and all that, it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense.
It's funny because somebody asked that on the show on Saturday. Someone was obviously looking to start selling coils and was asking myself and Nick about how to go about selling the coils and what entails. And it was both myself and Nick were saying, don't charge like a set price. Don't try and undercut any other builders out there, because you really should be thinking about the overheads, the cost of wire, the electricity, even to charge your batteries on your drill, the lights being on all the time in your build room, whatever. And then that's just, the small costs. But then you've got the time it actually takes, like you said there, the time it takes to actually build that coil. Yeah. You're better off actually charging, like almost like an hourly rate. And that gives you a good idea of why the likes of like AJ Holland, MTurk, a lot of people complain about the price of their coils, but that's why they are so
They're going to last 6 months, aren't
high. Yeah, I mean, you're getting quality built coils for a start. Yeah, they are going to last. If you look after a set of coils that's been properly built, they are going to last months and months and months.
Gaz, the amount of shows that we go on, which we go on quite a lot of shows, we're always asked, what's the next thing that's going to be, say that word for me, innovative, is that right?
Innovative.
Yeah, that's the word. We've been asked that so many times, haven't we? And the thing is, do you think coils are the next thing that people need to be looking at? The new materials maybe, or new ways, or do you think it's maybe not all to do with batteries, it's not all to do with mods, it's not all to do with change of pods or whatever? Do you think maybe coils could be the new thing that's happening?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a marriage of all the components. You know, if you want a really, really good flavour build, you're never going to get it from stock coil heads. Every now and then, like, you are going to get a really good stock coil head that's going to give you really good flavour. Like my missus has the original Falcon, you know, and it's got good flavour, you know, for stock. They just don't last as long, but if you want really good flavour and something that's going to last you, then definitely, you know, proper custom-made coils are the best thing to go for, along with a really good RDA, you know, which might not necessarily be the next one that's coming out. You know, I mean, I'm still using the original drop on the top side because, though, you know, top side was made to accommodate the original drop. They're just made for each other. You know, it's the best flavour I've ever had.
Do you think actual certain tanks and certain things that they're married together?
Yeah, well, definitely those two. Definitely those two were a good marriage, you know. But you can pretty much, with the right build, you can pretty much use any RDA, RTA on any mod, just so long as it's going to fire quick enough and high enough for whatever it is you're building, you know, because obviously you take the resistance into the equation as well, and depending on what resistance you're going to have in your coils, your preferred resistance, you're going to need more heat, less heat, you know, so you're going to get a different type of vape as well.
We just dropped his link in there if you want to go and check his videos out as well, because obviously you do tutorials as well, don't you?
Yeah.
You've got one. You're doing one tonight as well, aren't you, on the Druga?
Yeah. Well, it's not going to be a review. That's what I'm going to do a review for the Druga V2, but it just arrived this morning, the Druga V2. But it's basically just an unboxing I'm going to do tonight, and then just do a normal alien build and install it, see how it vapes.
I'm a big fan of the original Druga.
I never got it. I'm actually thinking about. I've spotted a few places that still sell it, so I'm thinking of getting one just so I can do a comparison.
You also do a show as well, don't you? Which is the Saturday
Night Vapor, yeah.
Yeah. Which they are more American people that are on them. To be honest, I've looked at it, a number of them shows. I don't actually know them people, but
yeah, it's basically just me hanging out with all my mates. That's all it is, you know. Because the thing that got me started, it was Black Cat Whiteface. For those that don't know, he's a reviewer over in Ohio. Done a show every day, every weekday at 5 Eastern. So it was about 10 p.m. over here. But his show was funny as hell. Every day, it was always different. He always had content. The guy was just brilliant at what he did. But then he just stopped. You know, so everybody's kind of like, what are we going to do at 10 o'clock now? So I just decided, fuck it, I'm just going to go live. I'd done a couple of lives on Instagram and just decided, right, I'm going to go live with my mates. And that's pretty much it. You know, it's just a place to hang out with all the people that I used to hang out with in his chat.
I think that's what we've all done. I think that's where it all comes from, isn't it?
Yeah. It's good, you know, it's good for the old noggin as well, you know.
I must go back to that. I'm loving this new angle, and because when I ever looked at it, I thought I was stood up on next to a plane or something, and looking down, and you're trying to put my baggage in. You know that over the top look. I'll tell you what, believe me, you and me are having conversations tomorrow because I want to look as good as you. That I want to be, it's literally here. Are you using the stock lens as well?
No. It was actually one that got recommended to me by Sherlock Holmes. Those lenses, the stock lenses, are actually really hard to come by cheap. They're really expensive. So I just went for it's a Vivitar 28mm lens with an adapter. So you don't get the autofocus. That's the only downside. It's manual focus. So I have to basically sit in the one spot and don't move.
Don't move.
Otherwise I go completely out of focus.
I was talking to, again, we might be able to work it together. I was talking to, what's his name? He's going to shout at me as well. From Vape Shoe.
Stan? Nick?
There's Nick, obviously I know Nick very well.
Swaggins?
Swaggins was telling me about exactly the same camera. So you can literally go up and he must have a way of doing it. I might have a cheap little card. I bought a cheap little card that they were saying were not bad. They were only 10 because the other ones were out of stock. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into that.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, you don't need.
Sorry, go on.
You don't need it to run at 60 frames per second because that's only if you're going to do slow mo. So 1080p, 30 frames per second, spot on.
Yeah, you don't have to overrun it, do you? Even 720.
Yep.
Well, people, do not forget we have got the Own Boy giveaway. You've got plenty of choices in this Own Boy giveaway. You've got the Volume 3, the Volume 2, and you've also got the Nick Salt. But before we do that, we're going over to Harley first.
Oh.
We are going to do Harley's deals. Let's see what's on the deals, people.
Cashny, it's the deals in a week.
Amateur hour. Here we go. I have got no idea how to pronounce this. I Vape or Hannah? I've never even heard of it.
We zoom in just a little bit.
We can. I've got another picture of a deck because these don't have a picture of a deck.
Ah, there we go. Lovely. No, not too much. The one before it was fine.
It's 22 or 24 or 25. I presume that's the thickness. I presume Big G's going to show us.
Yep, I have one, and it is one of the best RDAs I've ever used.
Is it?
It's $12.99.
Yep, I don't. It is criminally underpriced, if you ask me.
$12.99 from 30. Let's look at the build deck. There you go.
So you get two top caps. You get a plastic one. Yep. You also get a stainless steel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe a stainless steel one. Big G might be able to correct me on this, but I think the stainless steel one's 24mm and the plastic one's 25.
That's right. Yeah, because the stainless one, it's in two sections, so you can actually change the airflow on that one. But the plastic one's fixed.
You can see with it obviously being a postless deck, you can see where the airflow's coming because there's loads of it, isn't there?
Oh,
yeah, but it's strange because it's still slightly restricted, but it's a nice draw that you get off it, you know.
Well, that's obviously because it's coming down them two flaps. I love saying flaps in anything. It's coming down the flaps, and then it's going underneath that colander airflow, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's like a ramp system that it uses.
Yeah.
On my Kim Dickson build stand here.
Jenny Sin will be able to tell us. It's lovely when it comes down the flaps, straight up that colander airflow.
Yeah, there we go.
Why Jenny?
It's because I love her so much. She's absolutely amazing. She's the only one to take a joke as well.
I don't know if you'll be able to see that properly, but it's like two ramps on either side.
Ah.
Just directs the airflow right down.
It's actually going there.
Yep. And it is completely filthy. I apologise.
A bit gunky.
It is well used.
There's plenty of room.
It does look pretty good. I might have to buy
For that price, I would be snapping it up.
Yeah, it's 30 quid down to 13.
Yeah.
Can't moan at that.
E-Sig one. Now I've got another RDA, the Amod vape.
That's another good one.
From 27 to 10.
I actually have a review on that one.
The Big G, are the clamps as big as they look? Because they look huge.
It's deceiving. It's deceiving because those aren't bore all the way through. So all it is like a little.
Oh, is it like the little block?
It's like it's a block, but it's like, so there's the front where that block's coming down. It's like a slight little recess. Doesn't go all the way through though, so it's just an ever so slight recess. It's a bit awkward to install, but it's still really nice vape.
Well, that's 27 down to 10 on.
Is that dual or is that single?
That's dual.
That's true, yeah.
Can you make it into a single?
You probably could. It doesn't come with any kind of insert or anything, and the airflow is like what you do on one side happens on the other. So you're still going to get air coming through on the other side.
Again, it's pushes the swanker as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last one with pushes the swank. Have you used that in swank?
I have, yeah. I used to only squonk, so up until about 6 months ago, everything that I did, every RDA was a squonker. So I've used it as a squonker, and it is nice. If you're not careful, you can overfill it.
Over swanker.
Mm-hmm.
Next
Oh,
one.
the airflow comes through 3 holes, doesn't it? About
Yeah.
6. It's quite deceiving. Looking from that side to the other side, I was a bit confused.
Yeah.
Inikin Skion 2 sub-ohm tank. Have you noticed I very quickly said that name?
It might be Scion.
Scone.
No, it's Inikin Skion 2.
Go on.
There you go. It's just a 2 mil sub-ohm tank. Mesh coils. It's 10 quid. There's only the black one left, though.
It's usually the black that goes first, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, Rainbow sold out before black. What's occurring there?
Rainbow seems to be making a bit of a comeback. Some people are liking the rainbow, I've noticed recently.
Oh, I'm not a big fan of the rainbow. What coils are they using from Inikin?
It says it's got its own coils.
Scion coils.
I don't know if it's cross-compatible.
Imagine.
I don't know about everybody in chat. The biggest thing that these companies need to be doing is obviously we have the Smock, all this. You need like the GTX coils and you've got the PMP coils. We need to make sure that everything's cross-compatible nowadays.
It takes the Plexus coils.
They're the Plex. The Scions are the Plex 3D coils. I think they do. I don't know. It's 1.15 because I know they did a 0.14. So unless I'm being very, very particular, I don't know. But
I just don't get why you won't put the Plex coils down here. Because it says there that it's got 2 Plex coils, and then it says there it's got 2 Inikin Skion coils. Anyway, let's move on.
$9.99, not bad.
Yeah, that were at Vapor Club as well. Vape Club, sorry. We've got a
next
pod
one.
because we had to include one. Now, this is strange. When you go onto the Evolution website, this actually comes up as £12, but when you click on it, it goes down to £7.50. So I'm not quite sure why. But I thought a pod from 33 quid down to 8 quid, you can't really complain, can you?
so they were terrible. But then I think they updated the pod. But I don't know if the updated pod's been any better. I don't know if anyone in chat's tried the new version. But I know the original was terrible. It got ripped to pieces by people.
Yeah, but for 7 quid, buy it, get someone as a birthday present or something. You know what I mean?
Mount
Cost me
Vape Mill,
35
how you
quid, that.
doing?
Vape mate. Oh, nice to see you, brother. Mount Vape Mill.
That is only a pod, though. It's not a pod mod as it may look in this day and age. It only goes from 7 to 13 watts with a 400 milliamp hour battery. Onwards and upwards. Now, this one I've left open because you've actually got to use the promo code or you don't get it. I haven't added the promo code, so it does definitely work. 30 quid for Aegis Boost. Even I can't match that.
That's not bad at all.
Oh, the X kit with the Cerberus tank.
X kit, yeah. Sorry, I said Boost then, didn't I?
Yes, that is cheap, isn't it?
For anyone that, I imagine you all know, but for anyone that don't know, the Aegis X is the Geek Vape Aegis with a big screen.
Well, that's the thing is, even the original Aegis Legend is still like 40 quid. Still quite expensive.
Well, that's the thing. While I've been looking at the deals, I did find Aegis mods that were on offer, and they were like the Aegis Legends and stuff. And then I came across that, and I thought, and it was quite handy because I was desperately looking for a mod. I thought, I've got rebuildables, I've got pods, I need a mod or a kit. And then I saw that, and I thought, whoa, there you go. Cracking little kit. Shall we click on it, see what's occurring on it? There you go.
65 quid?
Yeah,
Oh,
if
we
he
got
likes to
code.
use a promo code, yeah.
Code, yeah.
I'm not sure if it comes up. So if it don't go up, when you go on to newvaping.com, go on to the sales, and that's where you find the promo code for it. It's not a generic promo code, it's just for that one device. There's the big screen.
That's a bargain.
And then last but not least, we've got me. Hello.
Obviously, ladies and gentlemen, what we're doing actually at Vape Mill, you've got vapemill.com. Make sure you get over there. Every week you're going to get a deal on this channel. And these are the deals that you're going to be able to go over to his actual channel. We have got this, it should be coming up in Nightbot. You can get over and go and check him out. These are your deals this week.
Go indeed. We've got the brand new Vapresso GTX1 kit. Is it you, Flat Cap, that's just reviewed that? Oh, it's Mark, innit?
Yeah, I've got it. I haven't put the video.
I've reviewed it as well, so you can check it out on my channel, which you're on.
Is it decent? Quick review.
I'm going to tell you now, the battery life on it is absolutely fantastic. The coils, you're roughly running around about 10, 11 watts, so you're getting 3 days out of that battery easy. The flavour's not bad at all.
And then I think you reviewed that, aren't you, Flat Cap, the Blotto Mini?
Yeah, exactly like the original, just smaller, but the deck's the same size. Capacity is a little bit smaller. I really like it.
And then we've got the Fetch Mini and the Nasty Juice. For Nasty Juice is on that range. It's not just that one juice, there is the entire range in that.
So
Nice
please get over to vapemill.com.
.co.uk. Don't go to vapemill.com.
I'm going to set up a .com. Sell stuff £1 cheaper.
We've just got him in chat, which is quite nice to see him in chat. We've got Vape Mount. I always say it wrong.
Mount Vape Mill.
That's the one. He's the one who sorts out all our own boy giveaways. We just want to say a big shout out to you, brother. He sorts us out with everything. Just saying that I'm left down to that little bit.
That own boy stuff is.
Was that the
amazing as well.
rhubarb? Is that the rhubarb ones, Aidan?
Have you had that? Yeah.
No.
I haven't had that one, but I've tried I've tried the orange one.
And a big shout out to Tina as well. Tina, his wife's absolutely fantastic. She's so lovely. They do look after us. We will be doing the giveaway roughly in around about 5-10 minutes time, so make sure you stick around. Bro, it's time for the Flat Cap Tech.
Flat Cap's Tech Report.
Hit us, bro.
Cool. Right, I better speed through this, but thankfully I only have one pod kit this week. One pod, that's all it is. Everything else is all fun stuff. So let's get straight on with the ugliest looking pod mod I've ever seen in my life. Here we go. This is the Smock Mag pod system. 40 watt, 1300 milliamp hour battery. Takes the RPM cores. But what are they thinking?
They were thinking, let's take the mag and try and turn it into an AIO.
I mean, what
Wrong.
It is dreadful. Absolutely disgusting thing.
Somebody's going to love that, though.
Bill Richards is just the one pod, I promise. Everything else is all fun. So that's that, guys. I don't have much more information apart from what I've just said. But if you do like the original mag, then crack on. Fill your boots.
Bargain.
Right, let's move on to some more interesting things. Some of these actually are kind of, there's been a few introduction videos coming out and some of them have already been released, but they're just things that I've just picked up on. There's also other stuff that I haven't included just because it's boring. I'm trying to make it more exciting this week, but I'm going to start with something else that's a little bit boring. Vupu Angus, I did mention this. They've obviously got the Angus GT and the Angus Air. The Air's more like a pod kit. This one I found out now is a dual 18650, 160 watts, obviously compatible with the PNP pod tank job is. As the usual Vupu chip. I actually think it looks pretty smart.
I quite like
It does
that.
actually.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good.
It's kind of geek vape aegis looking, but
yeah, but they've done their own kind of style to it. If you look at, I don't know if you've seen the new Smock. Oh, what are they called? Whatever they're called. Smock have done a copy of it, and they just look awful.
The
So,
Gene chip though, you can't fault it. It's
Gene
an
chip's
amazing chip.
spot on. Right, moving on, just a very quick one. I see this from Lost Vape today. No idea what it is, apart from the fact that it's 100 watt and it's got a USB Type C port. I even sent this to Vic. I don't know if you saw that earlier, Aidan.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, yes. What is it?
And he had no idea. So it's that new, because usually Vic knows.
The Voopoo one is just going back onto that. Is obviously taking the same pods that are for the X and the other one as well, isn't it?
Yeah, and I said Angus. Apparently, apologies, it's Argus. Yeah, it's compatible with that pod tank. What's this? It's transformable. But I got there's a 510 on the top as well, so that's all nice. Okay, moving on to a Squonker. Big G, I don't know if you've seen this, but Tony B put out his little introductory video, might have been today or yesterday.
Pulse V2.
Pulse V2. Takes 21700 along with the smaller batteries as well. It's got the waterproof chip that they used in the Swell. So I quite like that chip. It does still have the Bluetooth compatibility, but the app's not really available unless you've got it on your phone already, in which case don't delete it because it won't work. But yeah, this is like they're putting it as a bottom fill. I don't know if you can see. Oh, don't want that. At the bottom here, you unscrew that and you can pull the bottle out, and then you can fill it up that way, which is pretty cool. But they've obviously changed the design a little bit, up to 95 watts, USB Type C. The bottom side, that's spot on, Irishman. The bottom side, yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Yeah, but if you're interested in that, go and check out Tony
That
B's.
looks really nice. I think it looks quite nice. Is it a Tony B?
It's a Tony, of course. It's a Tony B. Yeah. He did make a point in his video saying that he hasn't brought out a product in a year. I think he was trying to make a point then. You know. Carrying on, just another little update on one I think I showed last week or the week before, the Hell Vape Dead Rabbit RTA version 2. Just a picture to confirm the deck is the V2 deck. Everything else is what you'd expect: 25mm top airflow. All the other gubbins. I haven't tried the original Dead Rabbit RTA or the RDA, but I like the V2 RDA, so that's probably going to be a pretty good one. So that's that. And very quickly, lastly, I found where's the image? Oh, there it is. If anyone's tried the Gasmod's Cree RTA, the original 22mm, I really liked it. Nice little 22mm RTA.
Yeah,
had these little airflow inserts that you can see. Oh, it keeps doing this thing. These little airflow inserts here, and you pop them in. You have to faff around a little bit, but good flavor, decent little. It was more meant for mouth to lung, but you could get a restricted direct lung. This one, the 24, is a bit more direct lung-ish. I've got another picture here. I really liked it. The whole drip tip thing's a bit funny. You have to kind of screw it into the bow. It's a bit of an odd thing. And that's the way
glass.
It's like a what would they call it? The PCTG, something like that, I think.
I like that kind of almost, kind of one piece look.
Yeah. But I really liked the original. I thought it was. Irish likes inserting things. Yeah, I really liked the original. I quite like this new style with the black, and it looks like a bit of gold as well. It looks quite smart.
What about go to a clear one again, flat cap?
Do you want that one?
Oh, that's right. The center's metal. But I said, because I always like the idea of rebuildable clear things, but they always seem to fog up really easy and quick.
They do,
which
yeah. They just
ruins the entire aspect.
Yeah. But yeah, this is pretty cool. You got this little insert at the bottom there, and a single post, and then obviously screws in there. But the only thing I would say is unscrewing the drip tip to fill it is a bit of a pain. I'm always worried the threads are going to go on my one.
Yeah.
So far, so good. But that's tech. That's tech, guys.
That was the tech, people. Thank you so much for sorting it all out. And also, Arlie, thank you.
One pod kit, folks. 25 released this week.
They can't moan at that. People cannot moan at the Superstar and fudge you a little bit. Jennison just reminded me on there. We've got Tobro, people who's in chat now. He's doing the walk for the diabetes. Obviously, my brother suffers really bad with diabetes. Tobro, please get in touch with me and I'll do a little bit more on the next week's show. But please go over to Tobro, go over to his, I'm sure they'll post a link in there. Please go over there and support him. Absolutely fantastic bloke. We are doing the giveaway for the Own Boy. Big shout out to Own Boy for supporting us. It's absolutely fantastic. Week in, week out, these people do this for us. Big G is, it is all lowercase as well. Please stick Big G in there and you are up for winning. Either you want the Volume 3, the new one that's come out. You can have Volume 2 or you can have the Nick Salt range. It's as many as you want. We can't have them all together. Big G, thank you so much for coming on, bro.
Thank you, man. Thank you very much for having me. It's been a good laugh.
Please get over there. I'm sure Flat Cap will stick it in there as well if you can.
I'll stick it in there.
I like it, bro, when you stick it in there. Do you know what? I love you, bro. He looks after me so much, you know. He guides me through everything. You know, like when you start with your wife, guide me. That's what he's like.
You manage just fine.
So, Big G, where we're going to find you? What's your next stuff coming up?
Well, the next thing I'll be doing is at 11 o'clock UK time tonight. I'll be doing a little build for the Druga V2 and installing it. Just giving quick thoughts on what I think of the vape off it and that, you know, that type of thing. But I'm not going to do a proper review on it until I have the Druga one, and then I can do like a comparison. So yeah, other than that, the next show will be Saturday Night Vapor, which is 10 PM UK time on Saturdays. And then you can find me on Instagram, Wild Talk with Big_G.
Make sure we get them Big G's in. Obviously, you can get over there and check his backlog of builds, his shows. I'm quite liking the Saturday night bits that we do.
The Saturday night one, it's just a word of warning, people, it does go on for hours and hours.
Yeah, I saw one the other day. It went on for 8 hours.
8 hours. 8 hours. We have no sense of time in there whatsoever.
The thing I love about you is that you've got the same sort of sense of humour that I have. When we got on that sort of live, the charity live, you and me were giggling like out, and you have the shows are exactly the same. That sense of humour, it's the one-liners, it's the bit of innuendo that's there, and I really do like it. Please get yourself over there. Please make sure you go over and subscribe. The people who are on catch up, you can see the link in there. Please just catch it, send it over. He's an absolute wonderful bloke, and he's genuine.
Thank you.
It's genuine. You know, Flat Cat, and also Vape, we were talking about it. It's not very much, there's genuine people out there in this vape community sometimes, but you are one of the nice, genuine people. The only Tobro as well, make sure you get over to his, I think he's on Facebook, isn't he, Flat Cap?
Yeah, he's doing it, putting those videos on YouTube. He's doing 1 million steps. A million steps?
I think it is.
And he's
please, Tobro, please get in touch with us so I can actually promote this a little bit more over here. I'll make sure that we can run a little bit of stuff that you're doing. Please get in touch with us and let us know.
Same here.
Right then.
I'll do some.
Last chance, people, to get the Big G in. And also remember, you can get over to Vape Mill. I tell you what I've had this week that I quite liked was the Bad Drip. And this one was the blueberry pomegranate, and it's got vanilla in it as well. Have you tried that?
No. Aiden, just so you know, Irish just said something interesting. He said YouTube has definitely been unsubbing me from people. This is like 3 times this week I've gone to channels I know I've subbed to, and I'm not subbed anymore.
I heard a few people saying that, actually, yeah.
Yeah. That's been a big occurrence recently. A lot of people
we've been talking about this this week, me and Flat Cap. I hit the 2,500 and I went to 2,510. And then all of a sudden, I didn't know whether somebody... Obviously, in the vaping community, there's certain people who don't like certain people. So then things happen. So they'll sub-tier and then not sub-tier to make you look like you've been buying subs. And I got in touch with you now straight away. And I said to you, look, bro, me count's not working. I've gone down to 2,400 and something. And it's gone up and down. And you were saying that happened the same to you, didn't you?
Yeah, I got a refund on all the subs I bought.
Don't Don't say that,
But-
bro. They'll fucking cut you up.
I don't care. Oh yeah, it's
I don't
weird.
It just looks totally and utterly weird. Right, we're going to roll this while we're talking. It should work. Big G, it was the actual name. We're going in and we're rolling. And it is Rob Stanley. That worked. That is just so great.
Yeah.
I'm just so happy that worked. So what you need to do is you need to go to Little Bro Vapes at Gmail. Did I put .com in there? .com. Go to that email address, message me, and we'll talk about what you've got to do to sort it all out. It's not loads of stuff. Big shout out to Rob Stanley. Well done for winning, brother. You get a choice of the Volume 3, Volume 2, or you get the Nick Salts. If you get the Nick Salts, you only get 5 of the flavours, which is like the 10ml bottles. Obviously, it's Nick Salts. Doesn't take much to work out, does it? Some people can't. Big love to everybody who keeps supporting this. We were just talking about it, weren't we, the other day, all 3 of us. It's just amazing. We're like 650 people watching this on the catch up and all. It's just amazing. Thank you so much. I've got to do a big shout out to Flat Cap and also Vape Mill. The effort that they put into this back at scenes, going and getting these deals, going getting it, the tech, absolutely fantastic. Big G, thank you so much for coming on here, bro. I think the world of you, mate. Much. And I'm sure I'm sure Vic's looking as well. I think we'd be getting you on the UK Vape Show as well. I think it'd be great to get you on there. We have to awesome. Suck off Flat Cap first. just ask CJ.
That can be arranged.
Vape Mill, say goodbye, bro.
Thank you all for being so kind to me. Thanks for chat. Sorry I haven't said so much. It's not because I haven't had things to say. It's just I haven't had a chance, which is not a bad thing. It means Big G is awesome. He's got lots to say and people have got lots to ask him. So I'm not complaining. It's been a good show. I've enjoyed myself and I've been able to watch, which is great. One thing I do want to talk about, not having time to fit things in. A minute ago you were talking about dropping subs. YouTube does do that onto normal accounts anyway. There were last year that had done a 2 million subscriber video, right? Happy crying and stuff. And the next day she had 1,800,000 because YouTube had got rid of 200,000. And it's just because for empty accounts that haven't been used in a while, so we just ban them off. So I'm not saying that YouTube's not biased towards us, but that does happen as well. Back to saying goodbye. Thank you all. Chat, you've been great. It's been fun. Big G, thank you. You've been great.
Nice
I'll
meet
definitely be watching more of your YouTube because honestly, I haven't seen too much in the past. I have the last 2 days and I will be in the future. Thanks, guys.
Did you see that bit when he kissed away? Oh, to another bloke who couldn't talk either. Back to Flat Cap.
Yeah. Big G's great to chat to you again, mate. We didn't really get much time to talk on the Misfit show, so it's good to have an hour with you and get to know you. So, oh yeah, I to be honest with you, I hadn't watched a lot of your stuff until Aidan said that we're having you on. So I did a bit of research. Obviously, the lives you're doing are great, you know, and part of a great community. And the building community, I don't know a great deal about, but it's definitely intriguing. So yeah, it's been lovely to spend some time chatting to you, mate. Harley, well done, mate. Love you loads, buddy. The deals you're doing are cracking as well. Chat, thank you for joining us every week. Like Aidan said, just keep supporting us, and the numbers have been great. The views have been really good for this lovely little show. It's really nice seeing. Aidan, I think you need some sleep, mate. Love you loads, buddy. Over to you.
We're over to the wonderful Big G. Say goodbye, people.
Bye.
Come on, expect more than that. Please show me a nipple.
I wore a sleeveless just so I could. No, I'm not going to expose. Yeah, join me later on, 11 o'clock p.m. UK time. I'll be doing a build and install for the Druga V2, and then Saturday night Vapor 10 p.m. UK time. Follow me on Instagram, Wire Talk with Big _G, and I also have the Facebook page, Wire Talk with Big G as well. And thanks very much, guys, for having me again. It's been nice seeing y'all.
We've got 100 people watching. Make sure you go and stick the thumbs up. Make sure you look after yourself. Go over to Benny Vapes. He's doing the mixing show. Give him a thumbs up and make sure you tell him that he is Fireman Sam. Big shout out to Vape Mill. He'll be talking a lot more next week because he's actually running the show. Big shout. You want, mate? You're running it next week. The big shout out to my wonderful Flat Cap Vapor. I love you so much, brother. Big G, thank you so much for coming on. People in chat, you are a bunch of stars. Thank you so much for supporting the show. Also to all our spanners, you make this show because you look after us. Good night. We will see you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. We'll see you next week. Good night. I'll wait the noise to the outro. Piss flat.
Wow.
Dirty burger. All he's got.
Only once.